They say that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I wonder if it's even harder to let go of power, even if one recognizes, or perhaps one is blinded to the fact that one is not accomplishing what one is supposed to be doing. As we consider all the time and energy that Congress has spent over the last couple of presidencies with respect to special counsels and committees meeting to investigate activities by presidents and their families and what's going on behind the scenes or in front of us, perhaps directly and openly. And as we spend all this time trying to create legal prosecutions about issues that are basically inconsequential in the scheme of things, no matter how wrong they might be against the letter of the law, even though that is rather dubious in many of the prosecutions that are taking place right now, then we might wonder if, in fact, our Congress has forgotten what its point of being actually is. In other words, to what degree are Congress people actually working together, in spite of the differences, to craft legislation that facilitates the dreams of the United States of America? In other words, rather than trying to address every single issue that Americans have, what is it that Congress is doing to create an environment in which individuals and communities are allowed to deal with their issues in ways that they see fit, exchanging even on the community levels and personal individual levels in relationship with each other ideas about how life ought to be lived and then following that plan accordingly, rather than trying to determine at a national level how everybody ought to live their individual lives. We've spent, and I expressed some concern a couple of years ago when Republicans took over the House of Representatives, we've spent too much time trying to address things that, while they may be important, are not the primary things that Congress ought to be occupying itself with. Whether it's the January 6th committee or the investigation into the Hunter Biden laptop or any other number of things, they aren't things that Congress should be dealing with. I know that there are justifications provided for why Congress is doing it, but the main argument against it is that Congress is, in fact, failing to do the job it is supposed to do. Look at the budget, look at the way we're handling our defense system, look at the wars we're involved in when Congress hasn't declared war, look at the billions and trillions of dollars that are being spent to destroy as opposed to build up. And we have to wonder if, in fact, Congress has gone way beyond the point of having not only too much power, but more power than it knows what to do with. So I would like to see, Republican or Democrat, Congress people coming forward with ideas about how, in fact, we can restructure Congress and our systems, our federal systems, to work in the 21st century rather than claiming to be following a pattern that was established in the 18th century when the world was a very different place. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those. And as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.